Hi! Today we're going to look at Heartcatch, Precure. A couple years ago, we were kind of drowning in live action remakes of shows. During that time, people would reimagine how they would design or style each show. No such live action announcement existed for Precure, so Precure wasn't really in the conversation of these types of videos. I thought that it would be interesting to kind of imagine what a Precure live action series would look like. I would very much so love to design and style a live action Heartcatch Precure, hypothetically speaking, because this is not something that I necessarily want or desire, but this is just for fun. I was really inspired by one of my favorite YouTubers, Lisa Fevral. I love her types of videos like this. So Heartcatch has a few home locations which I would consider like the home base. There's the flower shop, of course, the one that's run by Tsubomi's family. It's bright, it's colorful. I love that there's kind of plants spilling onto the streets. In order to replicate something like that, I found this type of picture where the plants are lined in the front of the store. People can see what the store has to offer. Anything that has like a warm vibe, I think, would work well for this flower shop. The other home location, I would say, was the botanical gardens. This was owned by Tsubomi's grandmother, where they would kind of like meet up together. I would really consider this a home-based location for Heartcatch, with Kupe-sama and lots of light pouring through, windows lining the entire premises. I love this because it really does remind me of that warm, inviting aura of the botanical gardens with the colorful flowers. I also liked this for having its own secluded space. Oh, I liked this one as well because of the little grassy patches leading into it. And how cute is that? But yeah, anything, just a greenhouse. Fairy Drop was the store run by Erika's family. It's also Erika's home where she lives on the second floor. And I started to imagine something that was very, very kind of like limited to, very justice, very Libby Lou. That really suits kind of what Fairy Drop was for Precure. Now, right now, Precure is kind of dominated by Prettyholic. Or not dominated, but right now, Precure has kind of found another way to promote merchandise through Prettyholic. And I feel like Fairy Drop was something that they intended to be like Prettyholic, but didn't really follow through with. And Prettyholic is more of their idea for Fairy Drop realized. Something with bright colors, neon lining the walls, an inviting area with seats and couches, just very limited to. Another location, the Myodoin Dojo, which was where Itsuki practiced martial arts, and it's also where she lives. There's a lot of scenery, a lot of greenery, which is why I think that if they were to use a location, I would also expect it to have greenery surrounding the area, make sure that light is pouring through the open doors. I just thought that it looked very nice of a location for Itsuki's home. On two characters, I think I went a little too hard on this. There is kind of an issue present if you were to make a live action Heartcatch Precure to be made in these modern times, because believe it or not, Heartcatch being the series that premiered in 2010, the fashion is very much an example of what fashion was in the early 2010s. There's a lot of layering. It reminds me of Shake It Up in that type of, there was a lot of layers. Definitely capris, slouchy boots, just a whole lot of early 2010s stuff. So the challenge of me personally finding images for these characters was that, do I find something that looks like it was worn 10, 15 years ago, or do I find something that's a bit more modern? And I tried to kind of do a mixture of both, clothing items that were kind of similar to what they wore in the show, but also things that they would wear today. So the first character that we look at is going to be Tsubomi. Tsubomi as a character, she was not really interested in fashion before meeting Erika. She was like, you know, I'm wearing my capri jeans and my shirt. She was just all about the flowers. She was all about gardening. She didn't really have an interest in fashion at all. She kind of had like a casual way of dressing, I would say, for Tsubomi. And then once she met Erika, Erika gave her this kind of like shirt dress that she designed with that classic bow, you know? Yeah, she starts wearing this outfit once she meets Erika, starts changing her hair differently or wearing her hair differently. We can see her wearing these other types of outfits, button down. Her style was very much subdued and comfortable, I would say, for Tsubomi. Tsubomi had this type of dress that was a bit frilly, but she also wore kind of like blue or a denim jacket over it. I think that Tsubomi doesn't really wear like things that aren't very modest. I think that she likes to dress modestly, and this is it was hard to find pictures of the full outfit for this movie. Okay, for this outfit she also had like her black leggings, boots, the brown boots that are very 2010s. While I was looking for photos, there were also a couple of, what would you say, like promotional, just any like merchandise. They had different outfits for those as well. Tsubomi's outfits are always kind of like frilly, very girly and soft pink. The floral skirt, of course. We have this image where she's more like, it's not really about the fashion, she's just gardening. This is what she loves to do, so she's going to dress appropriately, of course. All of that being said, I picked some outfits that were representative to me, that felt representative of Tsubomi. So something that's kind of like flowy, the denim jacket, nice and floral, just very springish. The jean jacket not being fitted, but like giving a little bit more leeway and room that matches with her dressing for comfort. This type of oversized sweater, it's very cute, very cozy, something that's very cozy. These jean dresses that are kind of like overall type feel. Again, this is something that's a little bit loose and kind of roomy. I could see Tsubomi wearing something like this as well with a shirt underneath. I managed to find some capris because ooh, it was not pretty. There were not good examples of capri pants on Pinterest. It was very bleak. It's casual while still having that inkling of like being pretty. I think for those kind of summer episodes that they have in the middle of a Precure season, that she would wear something where she's wearing like sneakers, something where the shoulders are a bit frilly, the crop as long as it's a high-waisted jean or short. I see her wearing something like this where the sleeves are puffed, shoulders can be covered right here, and the little collar is a very, very nice touch. And then for her gardening looks, I see her wearing something that's, again, comfortable. However, I don't necessarily see Tsubomi wearing shoes such as these. Maybe something like sneakers, some type of like high top or like a dad shoe. I definitely think that she would be into the kind of like oversized hoodie and the oversized jean type look. This type of dress reminded me of the type of shirt dress that she wore here. These flats, these ballet flatties. If you were going to style Tsubomi, you would want to have flat shoes in mind. As for Tsubomi's hair and ponytail, of course, when we meet her, she has this low pony. Then Erika changes her style a little bit, gives her a little bit of a boost. I think when she has her double twin tails, they are more like scrunchies rather than this. And this in general is a clip, but it just, you know, it's very similar. It's just kind of like the same thing, so I included it. And as for Tsubomi's twin tail look, something that's kind of looking like this, I think that twists would look nice. If you were to make it fancy, if you were to make it a bit more, give it a bit more texture, then you would probably do something like this. Erika. Erika is the fashion queen. She is very much interested in fashion. On the complete opposite of Tsubomi, she's our fashionista. Designs her own clothes, is very interested in the fashion club and the fashion world. One of Erika's casual outfits is this. It's her bow design. It's that shirt dress. What would you say is that underneath? It's like a, I don't know. It's like a long sleeve inner dress. I don't know, but the skirt is frilly. That is something that I've always noticed from Erika. She has like a taste in layered skirts. So we have that as well as her brown boots. Another example of Erika's fashion is in one of the summer episodes. Again, she has that 3-layered skirt, puffy sleeves, and she has, I think this is leggings that she's wearing here, but this is more of a summer episode. Again, in that summer episode, she the thing about Erika, she doesn't just wear things that are like showy and bright and really extravagant. She's also someone who dresses really casually and comfortably as well. It's not like she dresses impractically. So in this episode, she was wearing this t-shirt and kind of like the gym shorts type look. Erika's fashion is kind of like, it's not just girly and frilly, it's also kind of, for lack of a better word, boyish. In the movie, she's wearing these shorts and real high socks or like tights, sneakers. She has her kind of like bomber jacket on throughout the movie, and then underneath that jacket she's wearing suspenders. It's very like unique of Erika. Her outfits are they feel trendy. She has a unique fashion sense, and that definitely comes from her background, her parents, as well as her sister being a model. As for the promotional images or whatever, I don't even know what to call them, she's wearing a lot of overalls. They put her in a lot of overall shorts. Like, they put the girl in this overall shorts and these overall shorts, and while everyone is here included, we have Erika again in her overall dress, shorts, something going on. So many overalls for this girl, but it matches her personality, I think. I love how she also has like a yellow ribbon right here. Yuri, and I just noticed Yuri in the background in this picture. Very cute, very trendy, a little bit boyish, a little bit frilly, just kind of like a combination of like multiple things. This was also an image, this type of shirt with stripes. She also has the short skirt. I think Erika is into like the mini skirt type of situation. As far as the outfits that she would wear, I chose this type of dress. It was kind of hard to find something that was exactly like that shirt, dress, frilly outfit that she usually wears. So if you can imagine this, except she's wearing a frilly long sleeve dress underneath it as well, then that reminds me very much so of Erika. These boots, the types of boots that she wears, and just kind of giving it these little like flower designs, gives it a bit more texture, something a bit more exciting rather than just having a plain brown boot. I also found these boots, which are cowboy boots, however, a very floral cowboy boot. Now, look, we're talking about her outfit is from like 2010. I'm trying so hard to find something that feels not like it's from 2010, also like it's from 2010, kind of modern, also not modern, replicating exactly what she's wearing. It's hard for this season, I found, because the 2010s are not currently in fashion right now. They're something that we don't want to look back on at all. But the 2010s are gonna come back, baby. They are gonna be back for sure. I chose this image because it's like the frilly shirt that she wears underneath and the brown boot as well. But I also see her wearing something of this type. I also chose this as a similar concept. I think that she would really rock that kind of like 70s inspired flowy sleeved dress with the matching headband. For her suspender look, it was even harder to find something that was cute and not giving Charlie Chaplin. I found, of course, just regular suspenders, but also something that's like a bit of a skirt as opposed to the shorts. Either or. These tights really reminded me of the kind of high sock line. What is it? Oh my god, I can't think of words. Thigh high socks. Thigh highs. It reminded me of the thigh highs that she was wearing in that movie, but I think this is cuter. Like, I think that these tights with those shorts is exactly like what she was wearing in the movie. For the more frilly looks for Erika, I think that this dress really suits her. There we go with the layered skirt. I said that Erika is a mini skirt type of person, and I definitely think that this is a type of skirt that she would be into. Definitely something that's like jean, a thigh-high sock. I think that this is a type of way of dressing that Erika would be into. This also reminded me of her, the kind of like frill trim crop top is something that Erika would wear. And for her casual looks, something like this reminded me of the shirt that she wore in the beach episode. Look at the numbers! The job I did. Good job, Imani. But yeah, this is something that she would wear, just like kind of like form-fitting. The overalls, of course, because they love putting Erika in overalls. I think that Erika would be into the cute type of fashion. And it's a different type of cute than what Tsubomi is into. I think that Tsubomi is into something that's more a dainty cute, while Erika would be into something that's like a little bit more of a hardcore cute. This is also a beanie look that I see her wearing in one of the promotional images. I don't even know if I showed it, but this one, she's wearing a beanie, so I think that Erika would wear something like this. Of course, we have the overalls here again. Here she is shopping for fabrics. My girl is into fashion. What can I say? Now, for hardcore cute looks, I think that Erika would be really into the type of like Hello Kitty. I don't know, like, you know, Aaliyah core? This very much feels like stuff that she was wearing. I think that the clothing that Erika designs is very specific and very cute. It's not necessarily stuff that she might envision on herself, but it's stuff that she enjoys. And if she were to wear those types of clothing, they would look like this. Erika is a Sanrio girl. As for the bomber jacket that she wore in the movie, I did choose this one. It's kind of like a short crop, and then adversely to go with this, I chose a blue one. As for hair, I thought that because Erika kind of has like a little bit of a curl to her hair, like a little curl pattern, I thought that this looked cute. It reminded me of her. This image also, I think this is the same person, reminded me of her. It's kind of like butterfly necklace, like the butterfly clips, the frilly trimmed shirt. This just also felt like a very Erika image. And I wanted to include makeup looks closer to the transformation outfits. However, this felt a little bit more subdued, and it just also felt like her color, her type of makeup look. It's simple, yet it's vibrant. And that was it for our fashion icon. Itsuki. Itsuki has her own unique story. She's dressing in the male uniform and kind of stepping into her brother's shoes because of his illness. So Itsuki in particular dresses kind of like two different ways, or like a variety of different ways. She's wearing things that are a bit more masculine while still having the desire to wear cute things. I think it's also important to say that like she likes cute things, and I think that she prefers cute things. There's still a part of her that is enjoying wearing things that are masculine showing. But when we get to know more about Itsuki on a personal level by the summer episodes, of course Erika gives her some of her designed clothing, and we get something from Itsuki that is more like this, and she loves it. She loves the puffy sleeves, she loves the dress, she loves cute things, frilly cute things. Like Itsuki loves things that are like outwardly frilly, outwardly adorable. In that same summer episode, she's wearing this trimmed with frills here as well. Hold on, we have to... Like, what is happening? This is such a shot. I can't believe it. In the Heartcatch movie, Itsuki is wearing something that's in that vein of less frilly and a little bit more masculine, a little bit more subdued. The brown jacket, I want to assume it's a leather jacket, but within the same movie, she is like gawking her eyes at this outfit that she finds in the shops in Paris. She cannot get enough of this outfit with so much frill. There is so much lace. There's like, this is adorable, and she loves it. Itsuki has different tastes. For promotional images, we have things that are like this. They feel a little bit more like groany rather than being overtly feminine or masculine. I think they just feel like kind of preppy. Here she's wearing the wide-legged pants, the white loafers, and this one she has the yellow sandals, plaid white capris. It's really interesting that they dressed her in this way. She has the long flowy plaid skirt, and then there was this that was also a little bit more relaxed. I just wanted to appreciate this image that was in the movie. Look at this dress. Look at her. I love it. She, of course, would be into the frill, into the crop top. Anything that's kind of like framing her shoulders, I think, the way that her hair sits, those types of outfits would look great with that in mind. I chose this type of shirt for her. I would think she would wear something underneath it. Again, we have the frilly tops, this type of fabricing. It's just very nice. I think that it would look nice. Then we have like the little daisy top, very suited. Itsuki wears a lot of things that also involve flowers, things that are specifically sunflowers. Well, this isn't a sunflower. These are daisies, but you know what I'm saying. Like, she likes to wear things that also have flowers on them. Something like this is nice and frames the shoulders very nicely. This is a dress that is very frilly, very cute. Like I said, Itsuki is into the cute. She is all about it. As long as it's frilly, she is about that life. Now we're going to go into things that are a little bit more masculine showing and look like... Do you see the vision? This type of belt, like the khaki pants, the turtleneck on top, stop it, with like loafers on the bottom. Come on now. This was also something similar to her gaucho. I keep on calling them gauchos, but the wide leg khaki look was something that she wore in those promotional images. I also chose a few suit looks like this, the same kind of thing except with a skirt. I think that these look really nice and would suit Itsuki well if she were to change up how she wanted to dress. The same kind of suit idea. This was similar to the brown leather jacket that she wore in the movie. I think that's very fitting. Some loafer shoes. This one, something similar to that. She was a mid-season cure, so she's like a summery cure. She was a yellow cure. Anything summery, sandally matches Itsuki, I think. This type of skirt reminded me of the skirt that I raved about. Of course, it doesn't have the pattern, but it's still nice and flowy. This is the type of pattern that she was wearing, but if you were to put that pattern on this dress, I think that is quite similar to what she was wearing. As for her hair, this type of cut, I think, of all of the characters, Itsuki's face is covered the most because of all of that hair and bangs that she has, while also having the shortest. Just anything that like curtains her face and her features. And like come on. Definitely see Itsuki wearing graphic liner. I came across this and it just felt like something that Itsuki could wear as a more casual makeup look. Okay, for Yuri. In the show, I feel like we don't really see Yuri wear a variety of different outfits. Most times when we see her, she's wearing the school uniform. Not exactly the color I think that she chooses to wear, but it's the uniform. It's what we see her wear the most. But this is the casual outfit that we do see Yuri in. So she's wearing the capri jeans, a light sweater, a casual top underneath, and some flats. It's hard to really say based on so few outfits that we do see Yuri wear, but she does dress a bit more mature and formal. So in the movie, she wears this blazer. It's kind of like a blazer. It's what she wears when they're outdoors in the movie, but it's a jacket, brown boots, jeans, a nice blouse, the front of the blouse. For promotional images, I do like the promotional images probably more because they show a bit more of her personality and what Yuri chooses to wear. So we have something that's like a bit frilly, again, because Heartcatch has a lot of frilly clothing, dress pants, and heeled sandals. And I think that's really cool and important that Yuri is the tallest character and one of the tallest cures in general in Precure, but she still wears a heel. We love that. For this outfit, we have little ankle boots, purple sweater with frills, and a little beret type hat. These are the kinds of outfits that we have as examples for what Yuri wears. It's not a lot. Because of the fewer outfits that were given for Yuri, I kind of had to use a bit more of my imagination of what I would see her wearing. So I see her wearing these types of silks, something that's like business casual. I like these wide-legged purple pants. They were similar to the pants that she was wearing in one of the promotional images I showed. I think in general that the deep purple colors would really work well to represent the type of character that Yuri is. We also have this type of light sweater, the type of light sweater with a tie in the front. This kind of look reminds me of Yuri because it just feels like mature. It suits the image of her. These long dresses and long types of skirts are things that Yuri wears. This is a very cute dress with the florals and the light purple sweater. This is something that I see her wearing for clothing that's more on the cute side. This type of shirt where it's frilly, something that's button up, something that gives off a good image, I think. I love this fabric and this color on her. Something that's like two-toned, the pleated skirt and also a waistline belt. I chose this type of dress because it's like more silky, probably with a sweater. She was also wearing that blazer jacket in the movie, that kind of like fall, that, what is it called? Christian girl autumn, with the high boots as well. That is very, very her. I did choose another image. This is a promotional image from IU's Lilac era, and this just felt like it was very Yuri. I like how she's wearing those thin-heeled shoes, how it's giving like a little bit of a masculine vibe, but it's also floral and pretty. This felt like a very Yuri styled picture. I think this is kind of similar to the type of uniform that she has. This is also kind of similar. Not really the same color, but I think I chose this one because of the turtleneck type look as well as the straight skirt. I think that this is up her alley. And listen, if we're gonna do Christian girl autumn for Yuri, we have to go all the way. Like the coffee, I don't know, like this just feels like a very Yuri photo. I chose this because of the flats and the casual look and like the kind of like khaki, brown khaki look, clean look. For shoes, I see Yuri wearing not just these like flat kind of loafer type shoes, but I also see her wearing these. And you know those flats where there's an opening on the side? It's kind of like an opening, and I've never understood the point of those shoes, but I think she would wear that. I think that suits her. Now, as for the little heel, just a little heel. This looked a little bit like the shoes that she was wearing, different color, but this type of shoe. And for the sake of continuity, I looked for a hair photo. Yuri's hair is quite straight in terms of its curl pattern. Like, she doesn't really have a curl pattern, so I chose something like this. A deep purple, something that's maybe a little bit less purple than this, something that's like closest to black but still has like this purple kind of highlight to it, is quite similar to the type of hair that I see Yuri having in a live action. So that was all of the outfits for the girls. Okay, I took a break. I went to eat. This is the most anticipated section, the groups and transformations. There were some thoughts that I had while going into this. Ideally, if you were going to do a live action remake of any Precure in general, you would ideally want the outfits that they wear in their cure forms to be kind of like replicas of the show, because that just makes sense to have it look exactly like it did in the show. Where I come to this problem is the fact that there's nothing like that in the fashion world, so I have to improvise and work from there. Stuff that is inspired by, or that I feel is inspired by the outfits in the Heartcatch season. I think they are made of fabrics that I would see being used, as well as structures that I think would make them interesting. The actual transformations, what that would look like. Would they use After Effects, or would they use types of fabrics that would kind of accentuate that whole transformation process? I did want to touch a little bit on the, what are they called? The uniforms. My God. You'd want something that is exactly the same, but as I said, it's hard to find things like that right now. So I did find something that's like a petticoat. The silhouette is quite similar, I feel like, to their outfits, where it's kind of like billowing out a little bit. And this isn't the exact bow, but it is this type of sailor collar that you see on their uniform. So you'd want something that's a bit more tan, similar to the one that they wear in the show. However, I chose these two as a sort of like combination to make that. That was a really quick thing because we're gonna go right into the cure stuff now. But yes, okay, so the cure forms, gorgeous. Very inspired by flowers. The skirts are layered and they replicate petals of flowers. Sleeves are puffed. Blossom, Marine, and Sunshine have bows in the middle, whereas Moonlight has the rose. I love Moonlight's dress, can I just say. This skirt, like, it's made of silk. It shines in a different way than the others. They all have their own designs for their boots, but everything is either flower inspired or kind of feathery. There is something very, very sharp about the way that Heartcatch is designed as a season as well by Yoshihiko Umakoshi. His designs are very pointed. Their shoes, their feet, everything has like a sharp edge. Even like things like their hands, like their facial features in serious scenes, everything kind of has this sharpness to it as well. And I think that that combination with the floral, with the flower inspired theme, gives Heartcatch this kind of like dynamic image. Super silhouette forms, those are also also really interesting and would be interesting to style, especially the heart wings on their backs. Like that is something that would be interesting to work with. All of them kind of like get thigh-high boots and longer gloves. I just love the super silhouette forms. They look so good. The outfits that I found, the first are not outfits at all. They're not real. I found images from this Japanese designer who used flower petals to create these dress designs. These are great examples of what kinds of dresses you could imagine the Heartcatch girls wearing for their transformations. This layered petaling, like I think they just saw the vision. This is really amazing, honestly. Just even like as art, this is really, really cool what this designer was able to do with these flowers. And look, they're like sunflower petals. Come on, come on. One of the types of things I saw was this type of layering, this type of trim. I also like this gradient. I think that would be nice to use. I tried really hard to find dresses that had the same petal motif going on. This one was very simple one that I found. This type of structure is in general what you would want to see. These were designs by Iman Hussein. They're very interesting, in particular for Heartcatch. Structure of the collars, you can go outside of the box and use something that's a bit more, I guess, imaginative. This one was a little bit more, it feels a bit more loud, but I do like how wide it goes and how it's raised. Something like this with softer colors would look really nice. I found a few things, a few dresses that were used in like cabaret performances, and I thought that was really interesting that they look like flower petals. Like these are gorgeous. These would look so great for transformations, like in a transformation sequence, if they were to use real fabrics and skirts where they're wide and they're sheer. I think that really would suit a Heartcatch transformation. As far as fabrics go, something like this, even for the underskirts, would be super cute. Translucent fabric is like so gorgeous. This would look really nice, especially on Moonlight's dress. This kind of iridescent glow. This, of course, I'm thinking Moonlight when I see this type of fabric. It's different colors and different lights. They have these like corsets, something like this as well. I like that the flowers are in the front. I don't love that the flowers are in the front. It's nice enough. I found this one, which was a little bit similar to the giant bows on their costumes. I wouldn't want the ribbon to be so long, but it's a large bow on front of a dress. These for the puffed out sleeves would be a good idea. Something sheer, something that can hold its shape a little bit. Each of the girls have their own wrist cuffs, and I think these look really nice. As for different accessories, I really like this as like a big type of accessory for Marine. I know that she doesn't wear a ponytail, but this just felt like I just had to include it. It's something that would be really cute. I also see Moonlight wearing a choker with the purple rose on it. Very accurate to what I would see Moonlight wearing. While not being a sunflower exactly, I think something that like accents Sunshine's neckline would also be nice. For Blossom, I chose something like this because I couldn't really find an exact Sakura choker or anything like that. Types of dresses that I could find. This one in particular is IU again. This, honestly, of the dresses that I could find, something about this one just felt the most Heartcatch-ish to me. It's so beautiful. Flowers just kind of like spilling onto the different parts of the dress. The cuffs on her wrists, on her forearms. The flowers trailing along down her arm. The skirt is pillowed out. It's like, I don't even know what to say. I wouldn't necessarily see Moonlight wearing this exact dress, but it's too good. It was too good not to include. I think something like this with the fabrics kind of coming out in different areas of the dress would look nice. I chose these dresses as well because they were flowy. I do like how these shoulders, while they're not exactly the same, I like how they're fluffed, they're sheer. Honestly, what I would expect. For this particular picture, I liked how the fabric is kind of coming upwards and out. I think that would look pretty. I included this as well. Super silhouette wings. If you were going to replicate something like that, you would have have to go into the sculpting side of things where you're using wires and you're using the sheer fabric. And I think that this is something that I found that was kind of an example. Using the iridescent fabric, as we saw before, would look good. I definitely see transformation sequence with this. The fabric is wrapping around. I don't know how they would do it, but this is what I see when I think of the transformation sequence. I also included a couple photos of Red Velvet, and I chose outfits from their Feel My Rhythm promotions. The corsets and the skirts and the lace fabric, they remind me of Heartcatch outfits if you were to imagine them. Honestly, these are probably more practical in a sense of filming and for activity. Now for some shoes. These remind me of Marin's shoes. Marin is the only one who wears short ankle boots. Something that is also notable about Heartcatch shoes is that they use really thin heels. Like, they're kind of almost like stiletto heels. I would assume it's not easy to wear these for a long period of time. Nevertheless, I found examples of shoes that were similar. I think that these are similar to the lace up, like Sunshine and Moonlight. These, while not exact, I think it would be interesting to wear these two boots because the Heartcatch designs are very pointed, very sharp. Shoes are one of the sharpest points in these outfits. So I would choose shoes that are very sharp and pointed and accented. The makeup. I found some makeup looks that I really thought looked nice. I don't necessarily think that they have to use real flowers, but it's a season about flowers, so why don't you use flowers? Like, this was another example. Petals just on the cheeks, on different areas of the eyes, as well as this for a softer look. Anything kind of in the temple region. This was another example of the real types of flowers used, but then here's an example of flowers that are painted on. I obviously saw Moonlight when I saw this one, and I saw Sunshine when I saw this one. They don't necessarily need to have flowers on their eyelids, but again, why not go all the way with it? Here's an example of more subdued look without flowers everywhere, but something that's like two-tone, something that just like brings out the look in their Cure forms. That is all I have for the Heartcatch hypothetical live action designs and styles, and what I would use if I were going to create a live action Precure. This was a whole lot more than I think I needed to. I still enjoyed doing this. I do want to do more of these. If you'd like to give a suggestion as to what season you would like to see, comment down below and tell me. This could be open discussion for any magical girl show, because fashion kind of goes hand in hand regardless of if the show is about fashion or not, because of how important the transformations and the secondary outfits are to the series themselves, or just like the genre itself. But thank you for watching this video, and I don't know what else I have to say. I will see you in the next video. Bye!